Hello and welcome back to Something Unexpected. Last time out I started my playthrough of Formula 197 with Olivier Panis with damage and failures on, and typically we fell foul of both. I got my rear end smashed in and then it blew up. Anyway, I thought no biggie, it's round one, there's plenty of time to learn and improve, and our race pace was decent. But then I came to film round two, and within 2 laps it happened again. I got crashed into, and after being the only one to have to go into the pits and change my wing and then finishing a long way last, I realised I've made a huge mistake. Now, I did some more test races just to be sure I wasn't jumping to conclusions, but it kept happening. I got crashed into again and again and again. I even went back and checked Jimmy Broadbent's recent stream where he played through the game, and he didn't even want to put damage on, and he did, and he got wrecked a lot. And that man's a professional racing driver. He's Sheddy Irvine. Man's qualified. So, seeing as how I want to actually have some wheel-to-wheel racing in this series, much like the last playthrough I did, and also have some fun as well, the FIA have intervened. And it's the FIA. They called me up and everything, and they were like, Ash, this is the FIA. And I was like, seems legit. And they were like, we can't use Australia. The structural integrity of the cars, it was all wrong. It was all wrong. It was too weak. We can't count it. And I was like, but you're the bosses, so whatever you say. So here we go again. Justice is coming, it's just been delayed. My name's Ash. This is the Outside Line. Yes, welcome back to Albert Park in Melbourne. Wasn't expecting to see this track again so soon. I did the second round. I just thought, this isn't going to be entertaining. This isn't going to work in the format I want to do it. Obviously, I'm trying to do it as simulation as possible as you can with this game, so I'm trying to abide by the rules and, I mean, we gave ourselves a penalty last year, if you remember, when, I felt like we'd gotten away with a couple of things. Like, the damage model is better in this game. The problem is the AI aren't quite advanced to be able to race with it yet, because they just turn onto you. They turn in on you. They can sometimes catch you at different braking zones and they just ruin your race. Obviously, this doesn't mean we're gonna, like I say, go yeeting people, but what it does mean is we are going to, be able to race wheel to wheel. If we do end up yeeting people out of the way, we'll penalise ourselves. And this game has rules and flags, so it could penalise us as well. We go again, basically, but this time, no matter what, we're not starting again. Now, usually at this point, I would do a little bit of history about where we're racing, but seeing as how we've just been here, I thought I'd look into, have there been any instances like we have now in our season where a race has taken place, it's finished, for all intents and purposes, we think it's going to be part of the World Championship, and then it was basically completely struck off afterwards, and they just said, no, we can't use those results. I couldn't find one. I was sure that maybe in the 50s, 60s, or 70s there'll have been an instance where they did a race and then afterwards was like, nah, this can't count. But the closest thing I could find was quite interesting. It was 1981, South African Grand Prix at Kyalami. It was due to be the season opener. However, the FISA FOCA War was going on. And if you don't know what the FISA FOCA War is, now is not the time for me to get into it. In short, the governing body and Constructors Association were arguing a little bit. FISA basically got a bee in their bonnet because they wanted to move the date of the race, and the race organisers were like, nah, we can't do that. So in the end, the race happened, but it wasn't a Formula 1 race, and it wasn't part of the championship. It was a Formula Libre race. But yes, even though the South African Grand Prix happened, it didn't end up being part of the championship as it was originally planned, and the actual season opener for 1981 took place at Long Beach. Like I say, I couldn't find any instances where the race was done in the books and then they later said, no, we can't count it. But if you can think of one or find one, do let me know in the comments. Okay, time to qualify. Obviously, we kind of went through all this once already, but just a quick reminder, in real life, Jacques Villeneuve got pole position from Heinz-harald Frentzen. It was an all-Williams front row. Schumacher was third, and Olivier Panis qualified 9th, just behind Jean Alesi. His teammate, Shinji Nakano, was 16th. Once again, 9th is going to be our target. We managed 10th in the original playthrough of this, so it's possible. And I've been messing with setups. RacingDMilano messaged me and said setups are really important on this game. They can cost you or gain you a lot of time. He sent me a link to a forum full of people trying out F197 setups. I've been trying a few of them and tweaking them to my style, so hopefully we can get a little bit quicker and maybe start the season on better footing. I think we have to do a lot more practicing ahead of races compared to F195. F195, because there was no real setting apart from downforce, where it's literally just, you know, choose your level of downforce, that was it. The setups weren't as important, and you could change those in session. This time around, you've got front and rear downforce separately. You've got...
He's hit the Canadian!
Now, can I just use that to illustrate my point immediately? It's why we restarted this fool. My God. So yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of settings you can change. There's front rear downforce, brake bias, brake disc size, suspension, and you can't change any of it in session. You can only set it before practice, before qualifying, before the race. So there isn't really much time to tinker. So I'm going to have to do a bit of practicing ahead of time to try and work my setup. I'll probably do that in training mode and just, you know, test until I kind of get a setup I like. And then hopefully we'll be just as well equipped for the race weekend. So once again, provisional pole. I think I'm going to go straight in the pits because, like I say, we've got the hour session to contend with this time. It's not just the case of 12 laps. The times will improve throughout the session. The only thing that I'm worried about with waiting in the pits is you can't actually see the weather changing when you're in the pits.
Beginning to darken, and if I look up from the commentary box, I can see quite a few clouds overhead now.
Oh. Well, that's the key thing there. So, as you can see now, we can't see any of the sky. Until raindrops start to physically drop on the screen, we have no way of knowing. So the fact that Murray said that means I should probably not spend too long in the pits and get the times in before it starts to rain. However, before I do that very quickly, there's just a couple of other videos that I want to bring your attention to. Simon Core, who is a long-time commentator on the series and he contributed to the charity drive from last season, he's got a video out and it is about Michael Schumacher, specifically about how the German media basically created a myth around him as he was kind of becoming this big superstar in the 90s, and how they kind of glossed over certain aspects of him, some of his controversial moments. I actually do a little section in the video about that, but the whole thing is incredibly well researched. The video is in German, but Simon has put English subtitles on via YouTube, so you can turn them on in YouTube. And then my little section is in English, because I struggle with just that language. So yes, I put a link to it in the description. Do go and check it out. Highly recommend. And then the other video I want to mention is RacingDMilano. He is doing his own F197 playthrough. His series is called Jos the Boss. He's doing it with, guess who? Damon Hill. No, I'm kidding. Jos Verstappen, obviously. And he's actually going to use our results as his objectives. Now, obviously, I'm kind of screwing him over a little bit. I do apologise by replaying round one. Do still count the original as your objective. If you do better than a DNF, I would say you've passed that one. Check that out. His series is going to be running concurrently and I'm guessing just after hours. Go check that out on his channel, again, link in the description. And yeah, best of luck for the season and a little bit of extra pressure for us as well. Right, already the sky looks a lot darker, so let's get the outlap done and hopefully get a few flying laps in. And as I complete my outlap, I just quickly want to mention, if you remember last season, we ended up raising a bit of money for charity. People put in their predictions, and if their predictions came true, they'd put a little bit of money into a pot, and that would all go to charity at the end of the season. I said, if you want to do it again this season, you're more than welcome, feel free. And it's happening again. A few people have put in some predictions, some people who did it last year, some new people as well. I'll put some of them on screen throughout qualifying. I want to thank you for your generosity and getting involved. And yeah, hopefully we can raise a little bit more money for charity this season. But now I'm going to go quiet because the sky is grey and we're going to lap in while the track is dry. Who ever heard of rain in Australia? What is this? Oh, very good middle sector. We've gained. This could be a decent lap. Hello, hello, hello. Oh!
He's up at the second split. If he keeps this up, he could be on pole. That was a brilliant lap and puts it up.
Wow, wow, wow. The rain is starting to fall. I can probably get one more lap before it starts to affect the grip. I'm not getting excited just yet though, because the drivers will improve. Oh, damn. Depends how long this rain goes on for now. If it goes to the end of the session, we've got pole. Christ, almost a second up on Coulthard. But we've done more laps than anyone else. I'm going to make a bold move here, sod it. I've covered my eyes over the interim screen, so let's find out now. So starting grid, on pole position is Jacques Villeneuve from Michael Schumacher. They're not much faster than us. I think we could be high. Frentzen, Olivier, Panis in 4th. We've hit objective. Jean Alesi's in 5th. Berger 6th. Oh, I mean, okay, I could have waited. It clearly dried up. But to be there, 4th. So again, another quick reminder of what happened in real life. The race was won by David Coulthard, McLaren's first win since the 1993 Australian Grand Prix. Schumacher came 2nd, Hakkinen 3rd, Berger 4th, Panis was 5th, Nicola Larini 6th, and Shinji Nakano 7th. Those were the only cars that finished the race. Nakano was 2 laps down. And to be honest, we're starting ahead of our objective, which is, I think, quite rare for us. Having restarted the season and now being here does make me feel like I've cheated quite heavily, but the engine could still literally blow up. You know, we could have a fuel line failure. The result could still be the same. Deja vu. The lights come on and they go out and we're away in Australia. 1997 is underway and it's a terrible start though. Really, really poor. We've been taken out of the points. Oh, lost 3 positions. And that probably would have been a wing lost with damage on. An unnecessary slam on the brakes there from, I'm guessing, Fisichella. But oh dear. So, okay, out of the points, and our objective is ahead of us. So let's see what we can do and get back into this. And a good run through that corner, and immediately straight back past the Jordan. And that's a good start. And hold the line. And we have a World Championship point. Irvine fighting with, I think, Berger ahead. Irvine's through and he sent it beautifully. Oh dear. I must admit, I was caught a little bit action watching there. The setup I've gone for compared to the aborted round 1 has got a little bit more, a little bit less downforce and as a result more straight line speed. So as you can see, we're keeping up with the Benetton quite nicely, but it hasn't completely compromised us. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and I've not even been black and white flagged for that. I've just absolutely yeeted a Benetton into oblivion. And I've accidentally just changed my view. Okay, round 1, we're losing time. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is an awful bit of driving. And I'm actually going to pull over and I'm going to let a couple of cars go by. Not that... A couple, guys. I think I needed to kind of impede myself a little bit there. That was completely unintentional. But I think I've just destroyed Gerhard Berger's day. Or at least I hope it was Gerhard Berger's day. If I've just destroyed John Alesi's day, I think I'm going to have to cry. So slight rebuilding work from an issue of my own making. Sauber hit the brakes incredibly early there, but we're okay. Ooh, some definite moving of positions there. Had to slam on to not hit Hakkinen. Oh my... You see what I mean about the AI? I know they're fighting, but there's no need for them to all come to a complete stop on the apex of the corner. I don't necessarily think that's me not reading the race. I think that's just me not maybe reading the unique big brain AI. No smoke coming out the back of the car as of yet, though. Need to keep an eye on it. It was mentioned to me in comments last time out that if you've got white smoke coming out the back, you can jump into the pits within a couple of laps and they'll fix the engine problems. So that's something to be wary of. It will cost us time, but it could keep us in the race in certain situations. The other failure I've experienced that I don't think you have any warning for is a fuel line failure, where it can just literally give way at any moment, and your car will be on fire. So nothing we can do about that. I think those are the only failures I've experienced so far I can remember. We are starting to fall into no man's land a little bit. Dude. Sorry, the dog is asleep and I think she's dreaming. Ooh! Door slammed shut on Häkkinen's face. This could give us an opportunity here. We go full send! And it's a big move. It's a great move. Job done. But he's right with us and it's not over yet. That was a clean send. Oh!
He's just hit Mika Häkkinen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In real life, absolutely not. That was my corner all day long. Ridiculous lunge from Häkkinen, who's clearly annoyed by the fact that I got a clean send on him. And like I say, with damage on, that would have been us absolutely yeeted to oblivion. And already, I'm feeling better about my decision to turn it off. Still don't feel good about the punt on the Benetton, but I feel like it's starting to even itself out a little bit now as we now fight. Oh god, that's Berger ahead. Oh, it was a Lacey I took out. Oh my god, John, I'm sorry. Well, now I feel really, really bad. The least we can do is not take out Gerhard Berger as well, otherwise Flavio Briatore is going to be gunning for me. Quick check behind, there's no smoke, lovely. We've got the straight line speed, it seems, on Berger, but I don't think we're going to quite make the move, so let's just hold that in there. That was a good run through there. This could be the opportunity. We are side by side, we're ahead. Good stuff. Move done. Right, so what I would love to see, hopefully soon, is some kind of update. There he is on Eddie Irvine. 4.1 seconds, and we've just brought the gap down a little bit.
Olivier Panis in sixth
So,
place. Gerhard Berger. As he crosses the line, only 3. He's dropping back a bit.
just lost my rhythm a little bit since getting clear of Berger. And it's annoying me because I know if I drive better I can catch Irvine. But I need to find that rhythm again quickly because we are running out of time. That's better. That's better. Oh my word!
Well, I think the following car just couldn't brake in time and ended up hitting his rear.
What on earth has just happened there? So is that Frentzen? So we've got a slow moving McLaren there. Clearly holding up the Williams and the Ferrari. Oh my word, there's a shot at a podium with a lap to go.
And it's the last lap of the race.
Here we go.
Unbelievable. The car in front will be...
Oh, but already overcooked it, you wally. Okay, it might not be a podium now after that mistake, but surely we can get Irvine.
Michael Schumacher, Williams number 1. Heinz-harald Eddie Irvine.
Come on. We're going to be right up with Irvine. There's one braking zone I can think of that we can get him at. Let's get the exit though from here. Come on. Come on. And we're ahead of Irvine. And Frentzen's there with a few corners to go. Could I do a big send at the same place that we got Häkkinen with a couple of corners to go for the podium? Come on. Ooh. No, sorry. I'm giving him that. I'm giving him that back. Right across the curb. Scout's honour. Oh, we're going to close in on him right to the end. Oh, man. I can't take this already. Christ. Yeah, I think that was the right thing to do. I got all 4 wheels. I went right over the curb. Right over it. If I'd have maybe kept 2 wheels off the curb, I'd probably have done it. I don't think I could justify it to myself. I'm being especially harsh, seeing as how I've restarted the season with a different setting and ended up with a much better result. And there's the confirmation. Michael Schumacher wins, this time the official start to the 97 season. Jacques Villeneuve second, Heinz-harald Frentzen hangs on for third, Olivier Panis fourth, Irvine fifth, Berger sixth, Olivier Panis with the fastest lap. So after round 1, not really much to report. Those are the points. We are on the board. And again, I just feel like a fraud for having done it this way, but I think it should be more entertaining in the long run. And having done a test race at Brazil, I mean, I don't think we're going to get on the points, to be honest. This is a sneak preview. I think Brazil might be a bit different. In terms of the constructors, Ferrari take an early lead. They are 2 points clear of Williams. Prost, their first ever points as a constructor in their first race, as happened in real life. They're their third. Benetton with a single point. McLaren might have gotten a point as well if Mika Hakkinen wasn't mad. No matter what happens, this is the season now. If I'm slow, I'm slow. If the car blows up, it blows up. But at least we are not going to have AI wreckers at every opportunity. Brazil next time, and I mean it. We are definitely going to Interlagos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. I hope you can forgive me for what I've done for restarting and for John Lacey. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching.